Hey there, in this video I'm going to be walking you through my tech stack for the business brain that I'm building out for my marketing agency, Creekside Marketing. So what we've got right here is the Claude CLI. Essentially this allows me to run Claude in my terminal. I can open multiple windows. It has direct access to files on my computer, can go in and operate as a user on my computer. I'll probably make a separate video showing you how awesome some of the capabilities are, where it can basically go in and use Chrome. It can go into all of your files, write code, and actively do a lot of things for you that you don't get out of just using Claude. So got multiple conversations going simultaneously. I've also got another terminal over here for me to run codes or run prompts myself. Basically, I've integrated a bunch of protections that allow me to basically dangerously bypass permissions, allowing the agent to pretty much do whatever it wants unless it hits certain guardrails that I set, and then I have to go in and manually approve certain changes so that way it can't break anything across my entire setup. I've also got the Claude app. I've connected it to my phone so that way on the go, if I have ideas and stuff like that, I can send messages to my computer and it can start working from the database that I've got set up. I also occasionally work inside the app as well. It also helps me set up some of the MCP, which is basically API connections for the AI. Go in and just we can go in and look at them right here, and basically this helps me connect to all of the apps that I'm using. Actually, that's a bad way to look at it. Let's go to settings here. If we go into the connectors that I have access to, basically this is our entire tech stack for our agency. So basically the brain has access to every platform that we utilize for the business, so that way if I ask a question, it's able to go in and find the answers and actively perform tasks for me, such as assigning tasks to contractors, drafting messages, email triage. There's a bunch of other things that I'm working on building out right now across the different platforms, managing my calendar, creating SOP, building out agents to do a lot of things that you would typically hire VAs for. So that's what we're doing in Claude Code. And then over here we have our database. So a lot of people kind of stop at the point where they just connect to all of the platforms that they are wanting the AI to reference, but this has a bunch of limitations. One, it's extremely slow. If you have a ton of information, we're processing thousands of emails over the course of the past year of data that I've backfilled into our system. There's also dozens of documents that it needs to be able to process, thousands of ClickUp conversations, Slack messages, Google chats, and essentially AI is not close to the point where it can handle that amount of context and process all of that information for you and find all of the relevant information about your business across all of those different platforms for every single query that you give it. That would just take, every query would take potentially hours, because it would have to go through all the information. So we've stored the information in tables in here, which basically we're able to summarize and chunk a bunch of data together and then give it embeddings, so that way the AI can easily go in and find specific information that it deems relevant to whatever query that you give it extremely quickly. And we also have stored raw text in here, which allows the AI, once it finds a summary that it finds relevant, instead of having to search through all of the raw text, it uses the summary to quickly find the raw text that's relevant. Then it goes and pulls all of the raw text to generate an answer. So it's not just generating a answer based on summaries or based on just a markdown file that you gave it, that give it a couple hundred sentences worth of instructions. It actually formulates answers based on real data in your business, and also it's able to cite that data, so that way you're not worried about hallucinations or it giving you generic advice. It gives you advice specifically based on our business's situation. And then we also have a server set up. Right here we're looking at the logs, but essentially this just allows me to run automated tasks without my computer being on, and it allows the AI to set those up for me. There's a lot of restrictions when it comes to using the MCP and then Claude Code to build out scheduled tasks inside the Claude Code platform, and this server allows me to essentially be infinitely scalable and have as many automated tasks as I want, and allows it to automatically bypass a lot of permissions that Claude, when you schedule a task in Claude Code, sometimes you have permissions that you've got to constantly go through and allow. So that's a quick summary of our whole tech stack. I'll probably be diving into more details about how different portions are set up in future videos. So let me know what else you'd like to know about the AI agent in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.